Every team needs a player who can step in when their number is called and be ready to deliver, and for Jaden Hardy, that role fits like a glove. With his playing time being extremely limited, Hardy comes in with no fear in his eyes whatsoever and makes sure to make an impact every single time he steps on the floor. Whether it's him creating shots for himself, setting up teammates for easy buckets, or being a spot-up option to snipe the defense, Hardy gets in where he fits in and is showing all signs of having high potential, just waiting to be fully unleashed. Sure, when we look at his averages of 7 points and 1 assist per game on 51% true shooting, it can be a little underwhelming, but there's many factors that play into why, and his value is way more detectable with the eye test rather than just looking at the numbers. With Hardy playing next to guys like Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, he finds himself open a lot on the perimeter, and on 2 3-point attempts off the catch per game, Hardy is sinking these at a 39% rate, so leave him open if you want, but he's truly not shy to let it fly. Like I said though, his star teammates will attract a lot of attention, so when Hardy receives the ball after Luka gets doubled, instead of spotting up this time, he decides to attack the rim aggressively and not only score the ball, but gets the and one. This right here is the versatility teams want from a guard who they will look to score the ball, and with an added on bonus, Hardy can connect with his guys on the floor, and this one ends in an alley-oop poster.
Hardy lobs it up, Lively puts it down hard.
In just 13 minutes per game, it's hard to find your flow and showcase everything you can do, so when you see that he only dished out 1.5 assists per game, it's only telling you part of the story. When coming off this screen here, we might see Tim Hardaway get mad at first, but with awareness to know he has 2 defenders closing in on him, Hardy doesn't forget about Hardaway and sends it out to the corner for the straight cash. Knowing your personnel and what's going on is key, because Hardy could send this pass to the corner, but with Tillman already running out that way, and Derrick Jones Jr. being more of a trustworthy guy to pass it to, all things line up perfectly on this play, and the 3-pointer is on timing. It's really not often second-year guys who are primarily scorers can make quick reads, but when you play with the right group, you'll notice that Nikhil is shifted over to protect a drive from Irving, so when Hardy now receives the ball, he can attack the closeout to get to the middle of the floor, and with a trusted big on the backside to lob it up to when the defense steps up, it makes things even more seamless. Now, is this to say that Hardy is some amazing passer who's going to wow you? Nah, not at all. But when you see the connectivity with his teammates on the floor, it shows you that he's not one-dimensional, as he'll use that downhill speed to put 2 defenders on a trampoline to then wrap this around to Lively for the slam. And with him being alert to where guys are, he can send this pass over his head out to the corner for a Derrick Jones Jr. 3. This right here is just a glimpse into his game, because when you see his finesse on the court, you'll then get the full scope of his potential. With Jaden being able to work from anywhere on the court, it makes him an unpredictable cover at times, because one moment he's rising up from 3-point range to bury it right over you, another time he's driving all the way to the cup to score, the next time he's getting crafty in that in-between area for a bucket, so when he uses the hesitation and route to the basket, it'll make defenders bite hard, allowing for an easy one inside. If we had to group Hardy into one category type of player, he will be classified as a shot creator, because from anywhere on the floor, he will find a way to carve up some space to get a look at the bucket. Off first glance, you'll notice the burst of speed Hardy has when exploding out the dribble, which gets him all the way to the basket, and this time results in a foul. Since those defenders aren't expecting him to zip past him in a quickness, they'll end up granting him an open lane to run down, and to catch you off guard again, Hardy will punch this home with some extra aggression.
This year, wow, Hardy!
This keen ability to teleport through gaps allows Hardy to spot his targeted area and get there ASAP, so on this attack here, he can get to the paint untouched. He now has his kick out to Jones Jr. in the corner, but hey, why not take this one for yourself? For the defense, it's extremely hard to notice when these gear shifts will happen, because when he starts throwing in that handle to break him down before pushing to the rim, here's where things get really tough. They'll start to think, hey, I have him right in my sights, no worries. But with this whole left side cleared out with no immediate backside help, Hardy can abruptly cross over to beat Walker downhill, and with Cat sliding over now, it opens up a dump off to Dwight Powell in the cut. Derrick Jones Jr. is once again wide open in the opposite corner as well. But with confidence, Hardy finishes this tough bucket over Towns. That right there is an incredible finish, as Hardy is only 6'3" with shoes on, so when it comes down to him getting to the rack, he must be quick, creative, and strong. Key example here, Jaden quickly rejects the screen to pursue the rim. When the big slides over, he muscles him off and then finishes through the contact. When looking at the numbers, he's only finishing 39% of his 2 attempts at the rim off 4 drives per game, and that isn't necessarily the greatest. But when you see him finish over Gobert, it shows you that he has the body control and strength. When he splits the defense with that low carry to then drop in the floater, it shows off his touch and navigation skills. And when he ties it all together with that combo handle, here's where these crafty finishes come into play. It's already hard enough to guard someone who's shifty with the handle to get to the bucket, but when you pair that with the ability to knock down shots, it makes the defense's job 10 times harder. It's no longer now just the drive the defense has to worry about, so when he snatches back out of nowhere, it can have defenders all out of place, and with no panic at all, Hardy gathers back control of the ball and knocks it down. It's these exact moves that can start to frustrate the defense because they'll be sure he's going to continue to the rim, so they'll get in the air prematurely hoping to get a block, but now they're just left watching Hardy fade back over the help. It's imperative to have a counter up your sleeve to throw at the defense so they aren't ready for the drive every time down the floor, because even the slightest movements like Alex Caruso falling back deeper into the paint right here opens up enough space for a shot. And when you get snatched not only once, but twice in this same possession, this allows Hardy to navigate to his destination on the court, and now this 14-foot jumper is easy money. I know a lot of people don't think the mid-range game is that valuable in today's game, but if you've been over here, you know that I love the mid-range. Because when teams are only scheming against a drive or a three-pointer, it gives you the ability to catch them off guard, so when you make a move in this area, it can leave the defense watching from afar as you rise up to nail the jumper. I seriously can't stress it enough how important it is to have this in your bag, because now the defense can't just sag off him and protect the rim, nor can they overcommit to stop the drives. This layer of his game makes the defense have to play honest, as they never know when he will pull up, making this another area where he can exploit the defense. This season, Hardy connected on just 37% of his 62 mid-range shots, so hopefully with more playing time and comfortability, we'll see this number rise next season. But hey, where we do see a glaring shining spot in his game is with his ability to be a spot-up option and snipe the defense. If you think back to what we talked about earlier, Luka and Kyrie will collapse the defense often, which leaves Hardy wide open, and if we look at his catch and shoot stats from deep versus pull-ups from deep, you can see that although it's a low amount of volume, Hardy makes the most of his shots, and if you're not out there when he catches, he's gonna make you pay. When Luka gets past Anthony Black here, you can see Paolo was ball watching heavy, forgetting about Hardy in the corner, so bada bing, is money team. Honestly, it doesn't take a lot of space for Hardy to launch the shot, as here you'll see Curry loading up to stop the drive from Irving, and with a simple pass to the wing, Hardy can pull up immediately to put 3 points on the board. This right here is truly valuable, as we've seen in the finals that the Mavs needed a guy who could set up shop and knock down threes, and hey, they simply weren't getting that. With Hardy, not only do you get a young guy who is showing signs of being a dependable spot-up option, but with confidence on the floor, he's going to relentlessly attack the basket, look for his shot, and create scoring opportunities for his teammates. Now he does tend to have those young player mistakes where he gets sped up and out of place at times, but when you look at all the tools he has, you can see that his creation skills on the court are high level, it just needs a little bit more polishing. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you're first to know when I upload. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.